What is up, everybody? It is the Higgs here, joining you with another first look, doing something a little bit different today. We are having a look at a new character in Marvel Heroes 2015. We are looking at Vision. We're going to be checking out the early gameplay on this character, as well as looking at an alternative costume. So let's jump right on in. So this is the standard skin for Vision. He is pretty low level. I just sort of played around with him. Here is, of course, the Age of Ultron Vision. I think I'll stick with that right now. It's pretty shocking how much that looks like Paul Bellamy, whatever his name is, the guy who plays Vision. So yeah, super early levels. I have just progressed a teeny weeny bit and played a little bit through skill trees, but we will jump into a location that's actually, this stuff here is a little bit higher than us, but based on how well I'm doing with Vision on the lower stuff, I really don't think it's going to be a problem, so I might get horribly mangled here. We will see. In terms of how Vision plays, the two skill trees that I am sort of working with involve phasing and these eye solar beam things. And phasing helps you regen various statistics, and then I've got sort of this pulse and then just this laser, these two laser beams that shoot out of your eyes. So Vision works better, I think, as a ranged DPS character, but you don't, I guess you wouldn't necessarily have to play him that way. He's incredibly mobile. Movement is very, very important. So, well, at least the way that I'm playing is really important. Phasing at the right time. And the phasing is probably the funnest thing about him. Being able to jump pretty much anywhere that you can see is both, it makes just walking around the world very, or a lot easier. And it also makes combat much more interesting, I think. More interesting than, you know, just a character who's just standing there and hitting. You know, the instant porting really does add a whole lot to this character. I don't really have a tremendous amount of complaints about Vision because of the phasing. Being able to do, I think also, I'm into stat maybe, or maybe it's a passive thing, I don't remember right now, but he's also got something where the farther away you are from something, the more damage you do to it, I believe. I could totally be making that up, but I'm pretty sure. So mobility is nice and important, distance is nice and important, and because of those two things mixed with the phasing, this does feel like a very unique experience for this game. It's not something, this playstyle isn't really one that you get anywhere else that I know of in this way. So it's a very unique way to play. Now, is it as effective as some other DPS, some other, you know, maybe ranged DPS? Probably not, I would say. Is it a lot more fun than those DPS that are perhaps more effective? Yeah, I think so. When I compare this to, you know, like a Storm, for instance, this is a lot more fun. Again, that, you know, fun is entirely subjective, so take that with an ocean full of salt. But for me, this kind of play style where it's about mobility and ranged combat is just a blast. I would be interested to see, you know, some like elite players and how they handle Vision, because there is the third skill tree I haven't really tapped into much on right now, and really the only ability I have from it is the ability to shake yourself of negative effects. I haven't looked too deeply down that tree to see what's coming in the future there. I guess being able to shake yourself of, you know, any impairing anything is good. I'm not sure if it's something that really makes Vision stand out from other characters. but it's a nice little trick to have in your bag, I guess. So here's a look at the trees and what I've sort of tapped into. Solar power, density, brawling, and Android. And Android is the one I haven't really looked at too terribly much. Maybe I will in the future. For now, though, we'll just keep rocking with what we got. Really no idea even what Android is. You know, that could offer a completely much better way to play than what I'm doing now, but I'll never know because I'm stuck in my ways. I'll give that a try and see what comes of it. Wow, so it's this big range of things. So really anything that's in your range that is applicable, you could use that Minion ability on. Not quite sure what targets would be valid. Looking at that a little later, but cool idea, and a whole other way to play this character. So yet another way to play Vision, probably a pretty effective one. Vision seems to me like he's a very specialized sort of character. He's not a character that everybody's really going to enjoy because his skill set, I mean, obviously ranged DPS, but then this thing, the Minion thing, I don't know, it just seems a little, I'm not sure it's generally, you know, useful as much as it might be, you know. You got that one guy that you always play with who's really, really good with Vision and can get you out of a pinch when you need it. Yeah, but that being said, I'm not sure this is like a character that anybody can just jump in and play and do really well at, just because these skill trees are pretty, or at least they seem pretty different. That being said, I mean, that's obviously the kind of character you want to mess around with, a character that you're never gonna, you know, play the same way as somebody else. And right now, Vision, I don't want to say you're never going to, but he definitely seems like the sort of character that possibility is more open than other characters in this game. Just, you know, this bouncing around just makes getting around the world so much easier. So if, for a very practical reason, Vision is fun to play because he does make wandering around a whole lot faster and simpler. So final impressions on Vision, he's definitely fun to play, no doubt about it. Is he the most powerful ranged DPS in this game? I don't think so. I don't know that for sure, but I don't think so. Is he one of the more interesting characters to play? Definitely. He's a lot of fun to play. He's very varied, as we talked about. He just looks cool. Even his default skin, I think, looks cool. But I kind of prefer the Age of Ultron skin, I believe. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited about Vision? Are you playing Vision? Leave a comment below and let me know. I've been the Hicks from MMOplay.com. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.